go on. So.
I need a little more diversity in your sound in general, and maybe a few tricks about what the harmony in a piece can do to both of your phrasing. In the beginning, he's very clear. He writes for you always 2 bars with 1 long bow. One is the tonica, and the other one is the dominant. And if it sounds like da 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 dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 da, we are already missing the simplest thing, like how do you do? I'm fine. Or whatever stupid sentence you make up, or good sentence you make up, that makes an interaction between the 2 harmonies, which for you gives us first measure, and then the 5th measure goes back to the first note and develops in a crescendo. And if that has the same impetus as the first note, we don't get into a speech model, so we don't understand why he uses different harmonies in the first place. And then about colors, when you have the big forte, and then try to be a different instrument. Yeah, you continue with ya da da dee da with a beautiful sound controlled, but maybe like it sounds a bit more on the piano. All of a sudden you let go of the concentration and relax your playing a bit more. Let's start at the very beginning. Good, very nice. Pianissimo, for me would indicate in character something even sweeter and a bit, I'm telling you something like, and you sound, could you play something more hesitant just for the very beginning? Both in sound but also in character? And so your first interval is, it's just simply meaningful for the bigger stretch, and that goes also with the harmony and all these things. So we get into a swinging mode and of listening to all the composed details with a more open heart, because we see you're speaking it more clearly. Then we have a real fortepiano, and I want you to reach out and tell us more about it. Why is it there as fortepiano? Look at what he has. Yeah, it's a real forte with a diminuendo, so it doesn't do to make. I bravely did the fortepiano, but it has to match his. Yeah, and then back to the final crescendo. Can we go from her entrance, please? Yeah. If you go a bit more through the tasto and you draw your bow a bit quicker, you will get a better sound. And yeah, again, a forte for him and only a diminuendo. So maybe don't go da dee dee da da dee ya dum and then be a different person from that on. Very good. For me, vibrato-wise, you have a beautiful concentrated sound, but if you go maybe for a moment you dare to just open a bit further up, widen your vibrato so it gets a bit more golden, and then you step back. Good, let's go on from here. Yeah? All the sweetness of yes. Secret, yeah, it sounds a bit okay. I had it in the upper voice and now I have it in the lower voice, but the different. And then what are you playing here? I mean, is that an addition because is there so many of these small bowings? Are they printed here?
I'm not doing.
This one and this one, but is it all the way through that it's different from the piano part?
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Why?
I don't know. Because it's actually a new part. I didn't learn from this.
Because somebody thought he couldn't hold the bow long enough. But okay, let's check a few bits, because from playing, I remember that a lot of this stuff is actually slurred, but it doesn't matter. So the beginning of this is better. Try to play this and at the same time legatissimo. So it doesn't have to be staggered at any point, but just draw it nicely. Can we go right there? No. And then yours. I need, yeah, nochmal. 22, possible. Good. And just as a possibility, when your fiddle here, and now your cello or violin, which for me would mean maybe widen the vibrato a bit more and even more getting the muscle tension out. Yeah, can you do the two again? How do we do? How do we try once? Okay, the third finger has it a bit, but the first, how do we get it warmer? So what has happened that it has a more, I mean, it sounds for a cello player, it would be quite a fast vibrato. I mean, I'm not saying this place has to be so. I just would like you to have the option to choose from either. For me, that would indicate hand vibrato, which is a little less muscular, and the first joint has to be relaxed. Can you practice here? Where it's easier, can you try? Do the same note with the second finger. Do you hear that? That's nice. That's close. Again, the second finger. It comes a bit more naturally to the second finger.
Yeah.
But don't give up on your first finger yet. Yeah, I think it just takes a little unconventional position maybe of the arm, so that this guy may also relax like that. And then, so there's. That's what Schubert did every day. So to train your fingers, best is to start in third position. There the hand feels best. It's easier than here, but everything is fine. Do that a tiny bit, so this the goal is anyway for us that we can produce any sound we want, and not only in some register this and this, so that we are better actors for a piece like that. Okay.